Guys, welcome back again with me, Cindy Guchi. In this program, Sharing with Guchi, a collaboration program with Ruanita Indonesia. It is a platform to share about interesting topics and issues around the world from women. I am from Indonesia and I live now in Vietnam. Today is a special edition and I'm really happy about it because it's the first time I'm meeting my guests offline, it's not online. Girls come from Vietnam, my friend. And the topic we will discuss today is about wage inequality in Vietnam. It's a really interesting topic, right? Wage inequality is a pressing issue that reflects significant social challenges, especially in developing countries like in Vietnam. Today we'll explore the causes, the impact, and the possible solution about this problem. So this is Bao, my Vietnamese friend and actually Vietnamese teacher. And she will explain today about these topics, what inequality of gender payment is in Vietnam and why it is the reason behind it in Vietnam. Okay, Bao, thank you very much that you want to participate in this program with me. And before we come into the discussion, I want you to introduce a little bit about yourself, like who are you, where you're coming from, and your background, and what do you do right now for a living?
Oh, okay. So, hi, my name Bao. That's my real name. My English name Amy. So you guys can just call me Bao. And it's my pleasure to be in this program today. Okay, and so let me introduce a little bit about myself. So I'm Bao. I'm an English teacher here. I live in Quy Nhơn, a city in the central Vietnam. I graduated from Quy Nhơn University, a local university here in the central Vietnam. And my major was in English teaching.
English teaching.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I've been teaching English for like 8 years now.
8 years already?
Yes.
It's a long time.
Yes.
And what do you think about to work as an English teacher in Quy Nhơn?
Being a teacher in general is a very hard work.
Hard work?
Yes. It takes a lot to be a good teacher, I think. If we're talking in terms of salary here for teachers, but specifically English teachers earn more than any other kinds of teachers, I think.
Okay guys, let's start to share about what I heard about Vietnam with these topics. Wage inequality in Vietnam is a big problem. I mean in Indonesia it's also like that. I will tell the points that I already heard about Vietnam, but please correct me if I'm wrong. First, it's about the gender difference, like women and men. Like women usually earn much less than men, like 10 or 30% less. And for the same jobs, so especially if you work in the office. And also there is some traditional beliefs maybe often keep women from getting better paying jobs. Is true?
From your first point of view, you said that Vietnamese women usually earn 10 to 30% much less than men for the same jobs, especially in formal work. I think this is true for some kind of private sector.
Okay.
Especially in STEM. You know STEM? STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. In those sectors, men always earn more than women in general. Yes. And also there's some traditional beliefs that keep women from getting better paying jobs. I think that's also it is true here because Vietnamese women, we have a tradition that we get married at the very early age. Yes. That's why it affects a lot.
Okay, and you have
your career.
And you need to stay at home if you have children.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to stay at home, you take care of the kids, you take care of the household chores, and like you do a lot of things, I think. So you cannot focus on your
on the job,
career.
on your career. Okay.
Yes.
So it's really true that women have less benefits to to join the good career in life than a man.
Majority of them though.
Majority. So not all,
Not
but
all,
majority.
majority.
Okay. And how about the governmental offices? Still also like that? Like a woman earns less than a man, or just in private sector?
I think it's depends on the position that you're holding.
Oh, okay.
Yes. If you like the salary is fixed for certain kinds of positions
okay.
in governmental offices.
As a woman, it's harder to get the higher position, or not? To be a boss, I mean.
I think yes, it's correct that women get less opportunities than men in general to get motivated in their jobs, because majority of women, they get married at a certain age in Vietnam. From I think the age range from 20 to 30 they get married. Yes, so that's why they more focus on their family
instead of career.
The living standard is
Still different.
yes, increasing every year. So I think the situation now is not just men work yes anymore, not just men work and women stay at home to take care of the family anymore, but I think we are seeing that both men and women, they
Need to work.
yes need to work to provide for the family. Yes.
When it was starting in Vietnam, like the women start to work, like which year?
In which year?
Around
I think maybe 5 years ago.
5 years
from now.
ago.
Yes.
So it's normal to see women works.
More and more women work.
Okay.
And more women work in the same fields as
a
men.
Ah,
Like before, you will see that only men work in those STEM areas, fields. But now the situation is switched.
changes.
Yes.
Ah, okay. That's interesting to hear. Okay, because in Indonesia it's also starting to normalize that the woman should work, but it's not that
Not in a rapid race.
not in rapid ways. So there's still beliefs or tradition to think that no, woman should stay at home.
Oh,
In
that's a
Vietnam-
pity.
Vietnam is not like that now.
The situation is changing really fast. You can see that every woman work right now.
Okay,
Every woman works right now, I think. Even the one that stay at home to take care of the family, take care of the kids, you will see that more and more Vietnamese women work at home.
Work at home.
Yes, they sell things online. They
Small business.
Yes,
that's
they start some kind of small businesses. They sell stuff online, or they can do like hourly wages. Like jobs allow them to work at home,
Okay, that's cool. That's interesting.
like handicraft. Yes, or something.
And the second one is about the differences between job sectors. Like workers in informal jobs, like farming or small businesses, earn less and have a less stable salary than those informal jobs. And for example, jobs in manufacturing and technology pay more, but many rural and less educated workers cannot get these jobs. So it's like a problem. I mean, there's a high paying jobs, but if you come from the rural area, you come to the city, but you cannot achieve this position. Is this true?
Yeah, most high salary jobs, I think they are in the cities, big cities actually, because industrial parks and stuff like that, they they are located in big cities, not in rural areas. Yes, because like in the countryside, people work as farmers. I think mainly farmers.
Okay.
They raise maybe pigs, buffaloes, cows and animal, you know.
Okay.
And they also have some crops like corn, rice, and other stuff, I think. So earn less because yes, because you know in Vietnam we with this we are in a very extreme and challenging climate. So sometimes we have a lot of like floods, you know, floods and droughts sometimes. Yes, that's affect.
So it's not stable enough. Yeah.
Not stable.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
So that's why they earn less money than the people in the cities. Yes.
Yeah, like you said before, this is the third point about the city and rural areas. You said before that in city there's so many office, so many works that the people will be paid much better than if you live in the rural areas. So I think there's many also people come to the big city, have education there, and then stay in that big city instead of go back again to their village. Is it true in Vietnam like that?
Yeah, that's true.
So all the young people maybe come to the big city, right?
Yes.
About wage inequality in Vietnam, have you ever maybe experienced it by yourself, or you see it like your friend or your family? This is really true in Vietnam. There is the wage inequality, and for example, maybe in the point of the gender wage gap in Vietnam. And what's the reason? What do you think the reason about it?
From my point of view, I think there are several factors. So first one, I think because of the occupational difference. You know, in the past, women were more concentrated on, you know, lower paying industries like agricultural, education, healthcare. Women often worked as nurses at the hospital, something like that, while men dominated in higher paying sectors. Yeah, like technology, engineering, and construction. And also in the same industry, yes, men are more likely to hold higher ranking and better paid positions than women.
And is it because of the culture beliefs? Like, I don't know why. I mean, why women should go to as a nurse, and then if you have like your son needs to go like as an engineer. Is that like cultural belief from the parents,
like
or from
male,
the society?
Like the norm. Yeah, that's what the second reason why I think that there's another factor that contribute to the wage gap between men and women in Vietnam is the cultural and social norms. Traditional people views about gender roles in Vietnam often, you know, they place the primary responsibility for domestic work and childcare on women, while this dual burden, you see, limits the women's ability to pursue career. Yes, promotion and also limit the women's limit her job
Opportunity or
require long hours or travel. Like that. And also there are some societal biases, you know, that may undervalue the work women perform, even when it is comparable to that of men.
And how about in the politics or in the regulation? Is there any politics or regulation that men should have higher position or higher wage than women, or there's just in the society beliefs?
While Vietnam has laws and regulations promoting gender equality, but I think the enforcement is still, often weak. Like not enough. Like for instance, regulations on equal pay for equal work may not be restrictedly applied, and there are also limited mechanisms for addressing workplace discrimination.
Okay.
And also due to the traditional views on women, women often play an important role on taking care of their family rather than
Career.
rather than focusing on their career advancement. So that's why that's the reason, one of the reasons that restrict the leadership from women on some kind of roles in governmental or political positions. I think.
Okay. So like you said before, it's really not easy to make the equality of the wage of men or women because of the traditional beliefs. But is there any organization in Vietnam, like labor unions or NGOs or even the government, they have efforts to achieve the equality of wage in Vietnam, like between men and women?
Oh yes, of course. The Vietnamese government, both profit and non-profit organizations have implemented initiatives and policies to address the issue. But what they are doing are promoting women's education, enforcing labor laws, and encouraging corporate diversity policies. However, overcoming deeply cultural and systemic barriers will require, I think, sustained effort and collaboration among all parties, you know.
Okay. And I think it's really very interesting, guys. In Vietnam, I see how there's a lot of daycare for children. So you put your daughter in a daycare every day, so you can work, right? And the daycare will be paid by the government. And
Not totally paid, but
totally
they are funded by most of them are funded by the government.
Okay.
So the school fee, the tuition is lower than any other private daycares.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many hours in a day you can put there?
I take my daughter to daycare I take my daughters to school. I think they open the school at 6:30 in the morning.
Until?
Yeah. You can pick your child up at like 5 or 5:30 latest.
Wow. I think it's really good because it's bring benefits for women. So if women want to pursue a career or want to help get salary for the family, you can do it if you can put your child in this daycare. Because in some countries they don't have this kind of service from the government. So you need to take care of your child like.
So you have to pay a lot in your country?
There is a daycare, there is kindergarten, but this private.
Private,
and
no
it's
public.
No public, and that's really expensive.
Oh,
So
expensive.
I think it's really good that the one of the example that the government bring this service to this problem that the woman can get a job.
To promote women
Yes.
on pursuing their
Yes.
career.
Yes.
So that they can be as independent as men. That's good.
I think that's one of the example that I see in Vietnam here.
Yeah.
About I think education is a big factor to shorten this gap, like in the wage inequality, especially for
Definitely.
women and men. And how about in Vietnam? What do you think is how does this education plays roles?
I think that education equips women with degrees, certifications, and skills that open doors for them to higher paying fields and positions, and also especially specialized education like in STEM fields. Like I said before, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering and mathematics. So those fields help women, enter the industries with higher pay potential, and so that's where they have historically been underrepresented.
Yeah.
The more women get education, in leadership positions will help inspire other women to pursue non-traditional career paths.
Okay.
It also helps actually break the cycle from the traditional belief that women should stay at home and take care of the family. Women don't need to compete in economic fields, something like that. And educated women are more likely to understand their rights.
Yes.
They can also negotiate the salaries they want and in the workplace. And also education often helps connect women to professional networks that provide them mentorship, job opportunities, and knowledge about fair wages.
Yes, I think it's really true that if you go to university, for example, you meet more friends, you meet more people, and you can open your mind more. So you have more opportunities in life. Simple as that, right? Yes.
Yes, I think as a modern woman, you don't have to. You gotta have a bigger life. I think, in my opinion, you don't have to play. I think getting married and giving birth to children is a good part of you, but I think it will be more fulfilling.
Yes.
if you get the job that you desire, and you can you can be independent as an individual.
Yes.
So you can have more confidence and have more you feel more capable of taking care of your family, yeah.
That's really good sayings.
Yes, you don't just. I don't think that the economic burden should just fall into men. I think as women we need to share the economy burden. Yes.
Responsibility.
Yes.
Yeah. And what kind of skill developments do you think women really need in Vietnam so they can get more high-paying jobs or get more higher position in work?
So
What
that
skills?
they can more competitive.
Yes.
In their jobs. One of the most effective skill developmental programs that women can take is they need to get engaged into those STEM and digital skills training.
Okay.
Yeah, so that for example, like coding, data analysis, AI,
So digital.
Yes,
Yeah.
digital. Yes, robotics and web development and cyber security or something like that in technology. So I think these skills gonna prepare women for roles in high growth and high paying industries.
Okay.
Yes, and also women can participate in those leadership and management training, improve their strategic thinking, decision making, negotiation and project management skills. Not just focus on hard skills or their background knowledge. And moreover, women can also take foreign languages courses or courses or programs that help women acquire new language so that they can be more competitive in their workplace.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I think a foreign language is really important. Side skill. I mean, it's not just hard skill, but you learn soft skill, communication, or foreign language. Because if if you can speak
communicate in another language.
it's open your opportunity, right?
Yes.
You open your network.
And you can also use take English as an example.
Ah, yeah,
if you
yeah.
know if you know English, you can study many things.
Yes.
I think yes, by yourself, and it also like boost your confidence so that you can be more competitive
Yes.
in your field, and then you can get more chance, more opportunities. I think, and you can learn from other co-workers if you work in an multinational companies like that.
Yeah,
Things
it's
like
really true. And how can the government or the organization, private or government organization, ensure that women in rural areas, especially, to get this kind of skill development or education? Because if you are in the big city, you can have it all. But how about the women in rural areas in Vietnam? Can they get also the opportunity to
the same
have the scores or the education to go to school or to go to university in rural areas? So there's no.
I think women in rural areas may have they face limited access to quality education, even though we have public schools. There are a lot of public schools in rural areas as well as in the city. But there are still women from ethnic minorities. They have very limited access to schools, but I think the government is doing pretty good on building more schools in remote areas, as well as they are also trying to put more volunteer teachers in remote areas like that, and the volunteer teachers also get paid. Yes, they don't work freely, but they get paid, but from the government.
Okay.
Yeah, they get paid from the government. So I think that's one of the good policies that the government is doing to try to help shorten the gap between men and women, and also encourage more women from ethnic communities
to have better
help
education.
better
Yeah.
education.
And how about is there any maybe scholarship from the government to be given to this women or children in rural areas to go to the city to have education, maybe to go to the university?
Actually, there are many different types of scholarships that there are some funded by the government totally. There are also some that you have to pay in half. And I think that women or always say girls, teenagers, female teenagers, they also get the same opportunities like male teenagers in getting those scholarships to study both in renowned universities, renowned schools, or maybe they can go overseas to study as well.
Oh, that's really good, I think. Yeah.
And then not all of them, but some of them come back to Vietnam to dedicate their
Time.
time and energy
That's really good,
into building Vietnam.
And to inspire another question. If you could design an ideal wage system for Vietnam, what would it look like?
An ideal wage system for Vietnam? I don't think I have that power. But actually I don't think that there's such an ideal wage system for any country. But I think the most important thing is to put in the effort. Everyone needs to put in the effort to make a change for Vietnam. So I think all parties, both government, women in general, and also other individuals as well,
Yes.
as well as companies
Yes.
and businesses owners. A lot of people, I mean everyone needs to take everyone needs to take part in this battle to conquer the gender gap. Yes. So I think that it's a whole country effort. Yes, not just for any particular individual. but
Okay.
It's a whole country. Women need to be more aware of their rights.
Yes.
Yes, as well as they can, they need to be more conscious about the education so that they can get better opportunities in every areas of their life.
Okay, okay. And what steps should Vietnam takes in the next 5 years, I can say, to achieve greater wage equality?
Oh, that's a big question. Okay. I think that, I think Vietnam should be concentrated on, putting more emphasis on education.
Education.
Yes, I think there are other contributors, other aspects, but as you know, education is the main point that will affect everything else for women. I
Yes.
think so. I think one way the government can help changing the impact of education on women by focus on ensuring more access to primary, secondary, or higher education for girls, for women. Yes, and also they can promote and encourage women and girls to pursue fields like in STEM.
Yes.
Yes, so that they can get more opportunities in earning higher income.
salary.
Yes, through scholarships, mentorship, or any campaigns or
training.
Trainings or outreach programs. And also, last but not least, they can also develop community initiatives to challenge those old gender norms and encourage equal educational opportunities for girls, both girls and boys.
I think it's really good steps for the government,
Yes.
or in Vietnam, I think, or in a developing country, to more rapid to gain this goal. What's your message for the government or for the businesses in Vietnam, or for the policymakers to have this collective action towards wage fairness? Do you have any message for them?
I think achieving this wage fairness is not just about equity, but it's about creating a society where everyone has the same opportunity to thrive. Yeah, so I think the governmental authorities, businesses, as well as the workers, the people, each have a role to play in building an economy that values the dignity, hard work, and shared prosperity. So I think I want to say to the government, I think they should ensure the living wages and equal pay. I think they should prioritize in making more, policies, maybe enforcing more, legislation to close the loopholes. Yes, and to hold the industries accountable, to be fair for women and
For everyone.
for everyone. Yes. Yes, and to the businesses, I want to say they should adopt fair pay practices that reflect the true value of the employees' contribution. Yes, and they can also invest in their workforce to strengthen their brand, boost their employees' productivity, and also to foster innovation. And to the people, to every female workers out there, I want to say you should advocate for your rights, and you should fight for your rights to get the same opportunity as well as the same promotion as male.
Men.
Yes, as men. Yes, that's it. So and then together we can create a world, a country where we get the same rights, and we can uplift individuals, families, and communities. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's really good to say. Thank you. Yeah, it was really nice to share with you. Thank you very much that you joined the
My
program.
pleasure.
Bye bye. What is bye bye in Vietnamese?
Tạm biệt.
Tạm biệt.